It's this time of the year again when the Amaryllis worms are out and about and active, especially on our clivia plants. So what we're going to have a look at is, first of all, what do they look like? In other words, how to identify when they're on your plants, how to treat your plants preventatively from attacking them, and lastly, what to do correctively when you see them on your plants. My name is Mani and welcome to today's Clivia Chat. Okay, so I saw a plant here yesterday that had the Amaryllis worm on. Now, if you typically have a look here, you can't very easily see it. I mean, it's not that obvious, but sometimes you have to just go in a bit closer and just get this to focus. And there we go. So that is typically what it will look like. Let's have a look at the back. And yeah, there we can see very clearly how they've been eating here. Now, what's interesting to me is the bottom portion seems to be the area where they've already died because of the systemic insecticide that's in the system here. However, there is one there. I can see it in the leaf. You can see the stripes. Go a bit closer. That, in other words, you can see there it's already busy drying up a bit, but there is one sitting. So let's take it out and let's have a look at what it looks like. Okay, so I hope we can see clearly here. So there is where I can see the worm is inside. So I actually want to remove it. Oh yeah, it's there and it's moving. I can see that clearly. I'm gonna try and remove it here to show you what this worm looks like. Now there we go. There we go. That is the Amaryllis worm. And so yeah, it's not a big one. But yeah, you can see here it's been okay. So I'm not going to show you, but I'm actually, look at how yellow my nails are. I cleaned seeds yesterday, so excuse that. Yeah, that's the Amaryllis worm, and I'm not going to show you how I'm going to get rid of it, but let's just say that that's the end of this worm. Okay, so there you can see the damage that it's caused. Now, normally what will happen is, let me just zoom out here, is you know, they will eat inside. You could see there this worm was right inside the leaf, so it's protected there from birds and stuff like that. And if they find their way, they normally will go right down there into the crown of the plant, and that's when they can really cause damage and actually destroy your clivia. Okay, so that's what the Amaryllis worm look like on your clivias. So here's what you can do. The first thing that I do is I treat all my plants preventatively with a systemic insecticide. So I normally give that in the early months of spring, and then again around middle summer months. So I give it twice. It stays in the system for about 4 months at a time. So I give it around beginning of October here in South Africa, and then I give it again end of January, beginning of February, and then it lasts until the start of winter. Now, during the winter months, June, July, and even August, we normally do not have a problem with these worms. And that will probably prevent the worm from killing your plant. So what will happen is, when the Amaryllis worm hatch out of the egg and it starts eating the plant, it will get the poison in and it will die. Now you can see that's not always the case. Like, this is a good example. The reason for that, I'm not 100% sure. I found traces of Amaryllis worms on about 4 or 5 of my plants in the last week. The other 4, I could see they've eaten a little bit into the leaf and then they basically died. This specific one, whether there was not enough poison in the pot originally, whether I by accident skipped this pot when I put the insecticide in, I'm not sure. But this one worm seemed to have survived, and that's why it's very important to still go through your plants, check them on a regular basis, and look out for pests, especially like these worms in the middle of the summer months when there's a lot of heat and a lot of rain. The second thing that you can do is, obviously, when you see the worm like I've done now, you know, is the best thing probably is just take the worm out and you know, just kill it. The other thing you can do is, some people don't like, you know, touching them or working with them. You know, you can spray them with a contact poison, something like cypermethrin or Malisol. There's a lot of stuff on the market. Just make sure that the insecticide gets in contact with the worm and kills it, because these worms are sitting right in the leaf, and sometimes they're actually protected if you spray them for the poison to get in contact with them. So just make sure it's opened up, that the poison can get in contact with them and kill them. Sorry, I forgot to mention the systemic insecticide that I'm using is called Koinor. So I give that as a drench in the plant to get it to the roots. The plant takes it up, and anything, not only Amaryllis worms, mealybugs, any pest that's going to eat on the plant will get it in, and they'll probably die. Having already touched on it, a very good habit is to, on a regular basis, walk through your plants, check them, touch the leaves, look between the leaves. That's really when you're going to see worms like this, mealybugs when they're going to start. And when you see them at an early stage, chances are very good that you can eliminate the problem, and you can save your plants, and you can also ensure that they don't spread further in your plants. These worms can be devastated if going unnoticed, because they will eat into the crown of your plant, and they will destroy the crown, and they will either kill your plant if there's a lot of them, or they will damage the crown to a degree that the plant will not grow any further, and you're going to have to wait quite a few years for the plant to make new offsets, which is also not a good thing. So yes, that's what I do with the Amaryllis worms. I hope this video is going to help you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like the video. Please subscribe to our channel. That will be much appreciated. And also share this video with your clivia and plant and gardening friends. Until next time, bye bye.